So today, Frumpy Dump's personal attorney made an appearance before the Oversight Committee. And I'm using that word appearance very literally because that's exactly what she did. She appeared, but she didn't answer any questions. In fact, she spent the entire time heavy breathing and backpedaling and pussy popping and downright lying out of every single question. At this point, Congress needs to pass some type of laws to compel members of any administration from coming down there and doing what Pam Bondi did today, especially in front of the American people, because we pay your salary and we deserve to have answers to these questions. In my opinion, the only thing that Pam Bondi did today was show us how far she's willing to go to have the back of Frumpy Dump, when at the end of the day, she may have been appointed by Frumpy Dump, but she is duly employed by the American people, and we did not deserve what we saw today. So today, Pam Bondi just downright refused to answer any questions that came from Democrats. She spent most of the time heavy breathing, trying to wind down the time. She also was just downright lying, backpedaling, and pussy popping out of the questions, and then trying to insult them. When they asked her why she said the Epstein files were on her desk, she said she didn't say that. When they asked her about this investigation into Tom Homan taking that $50,000, she said you need to ask the FBI. When they asked her about Frumpy Dump's public pressure campaign to charge anyone that's been critical of him, she said she won't speak about it, about sending the National Guard to American cities. She won't speak about conversations with the White House. She just spent that time attacking Democrats. She was even asked about the alleged photos of Frumpy Dump and Epstein with some of those young victims. One of the young victims actually testified regarding those photos' existence, but she says she don't know nothing about it.
To Tom Homan and his alleged acceptance of $50,000 as payment by undercover FBI agents posing as business executives looking to secure contracts with a future Trump administration.
I have answered that question multiple times, yet you didn't have the courtesy to be sitting in here for the hearing. I'm not going to answer it again. And I find it interesting that you want order in this proceeding now. Excuse me, Senator.
Then
you want order in this proceeding now.
Mr. Chairman, order,
you sure
please.
didn't have order when you stormed Secretary Noem at a press conference in California.
Order,
to flag records for President Trump?
To flag any records which included his name.
I'm not going to discuss anything about that with you, Senator.
Eventually, you're going to have to answer for your conduct in this. And you won't do it today, but eventually you will.
Those photographs that have been discussed publicly by a witness who claimed Jeffrey Epstein showed them to him. You don't know anything about that. Okay?
You would have to talk to Director Patel about that.
No, I'm talking to you.
I don't know the answer, Senator.
Yeah, you do know the answer to that.
Don't call me a liar.
I didn't call you a liar.
You just said I know the answer. I said I don't know the answer.
Well,
you have to talk to Director Patel.
Let
what I said is that
me put
investigation
it
was
another
closed. Cannot believe that you would accuse me of impropriety when you lied about your military service.
I am
you
not
lied.
asking
You admitted you
I am
lied
not
to be
accusing you
elected
of
a U.S. senator.
impropriety.
You were asked whether you were firing career professionals, career prosecutors, just because they worked on January 6th investigations. You refused to answer that question. You were asked by my California colleague whether you believe government officials, like immigration officials, have to abide by court orders. You wouldn't even answer that question. This is supposed to be an oversight hearing.
Oversight?
Excuse me, you can attack me after my time is over.
You've attacked all of us, including President Trump, for your entire career.
You can attack me later, and I know you've got plenty of canned attacks. We've heard them all day to day.
Canned attacks on you?
This is supposed to be...
No one needs a canned attack on you.
Regular order, Madam Chair. I'm trying to speak. This is supposed to be an oversight hearing of the Justice Department. And it comes in the wake of an indictment called for by the president of one of his enemies. This is supposed to be an oversight hearing, and it comes in the wake of revelations that a top administration official took $50,000 in a bag, and this department made that investigation go away. This is supposed to be an oversight hearing when dozens of prosecutors have been fired simply because they worked on cases investigating the former president. This is, and now
What
the
about
current
the
president.
fires in California?
And
Do you
this
care
is
about that,
supposed to be.
Senator?
And I know many of you are out there wondering, why even have her down here to do this? We know that's what she's going to do. She's proven herself time and time again to be what Frump and Dump calls a nasty woman. But it's very important to get their shame on record. These people feel like what they're doing is correct. And at this time, in that administration, what they are doing is a part of the Frump and Dump regime, and it is correct. But they got to live after this. They got to think about that. They are going to be held accountable for what they did in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Y'all put your thoughts. It's Double D Mo.